Okay, here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go ahead and plant this. This is my baby doll's choice. It is a Baudelaire purple something.
It's a purple butterfly bush.
That's what I said.
We don't
Purple.
care about those long, weird names.
That's true, we don't. Anyway, it's a beautiful plant. It's just a small 1 gallon first year plant, but we're gonna plant it here. It's one of the plants that we sell, and so I like to have them planted around the property so that people can see what they look like when they're mature, because they're not mature right now. It'll take about 3 years and this should be blooming like crazy. Next year it'll probably be pretty good size, but we've got another one we planted over in our yard that is huge right now. So, first thing we're gonna do is dig a hole. All right, so what I did here is dug a hole, and it's approximately twice the size of the root ball here. That's what you want to do. You always want to have it at least twice the size of the root ball. Now you don't want it too deep either, because if you get it too deep, then you're going to hold a lot of water. It could be standing in water. The other thing, I'm planting it in a yard, kind of. It's over by our well house. There's grass all around it. I'm not going to try to keep the grass out of it, simply because it's part of the yard, and so we're fine. And these things don't mind. These are easy to grow. They'll grow in just about any kind of soil, and absolutely grow to be beautiful plants. So let's put it in, and what I normally do is just push the bottom of the barrel. You can see here we've already got a root coming out. It's a good healthy plant. I've got a root coming out, but I push the bottom to loosen it up a little bit, and then I just gently shake it because I want to keep that root ball intact. Do you see all these fine roots here? That is awesome. This thing is really doing well. So I'm going to crumble up a little bit on the bottom just to kind of loosen some of those bottom roots, trying my best not to break any. Some will break, and that's okay, but I try to break as few as possible because I want these roots to go down into the soil instead of just wrapping around. And these are pretty good. It's not so root bound that it's got a problem. Now, as you can see, or maybe you can't see on the camera, it's way too deep. We don't want it that deep down in the soil. So what I'm going to do is put some of the dirt back in the hole. We'll fill that back up a little bit. I'm going to not necessarily put grass in it, but if a little grass gets in it, I don't care. Not that big of a deal. But I got to fill this hole back up, crunch the dirt because I want it good and loose down in there so that the roots will have easy access. Now, I'm holding this out in the sun, which if it was full sun today, I probably wouldn't hold it like this fully open, simply because I don't want these roots exposed to the heat like the direct sunlight. So we've got a little bit of shade today, and so it's not so bad. That's still a little bit, I need a little bit more dirt in there. It's just still a little bit too deep. I'd rather dig them deep and fill back in, because that then gives loose soil for these roots to go back down into. I will compact the soil around the plant, but this gives some looser soil for the roots to travel down into, which makes it awesome. Because you know, here in the Texas Panhandle we have clay soil, and sometimes it's really tough on these plants. They got to be pretty tough to get down through it. So now let's fill it in, fill the dirt in around it. And I'm gonna have to stake this little baby because, as you guys know, the wind blows like crazy around here, and there's no way it'll stand straight up. And you know, honestly, even if I didn't stake it, in the next year to 2 years, it would grow. They adapt to this environment, and basically it strengthens their stems. When you don't stake them, it strengthens their stems a little sooner. But I'll stake this one loosely so that we'll still be able to get the benefit of a little bit of wind, a little bit of shaking, so that it will still strengthen those stems as it grows. But I'm not real worried about that. In the next couple of years, this thing will be an absolutely gorgeous, big, beautiful, full flowering butterfly bush. One thing for sure, well, the chickens are really doing good. on this. I mean, these weeds were unbelievable. I mean, this place was full of weeds, and you can see now how they've really worked it, the chickens and the turkeys. Turkeys love these weeds. Well, so do the chickens. I see those turkeys over there are taking advantage of my cherry bushes, but I don't care. It's okay. They can have their share of that for doing their work for me. And look here, getting fertilized, so my cherry bushes will really like it a whole lot better too. So this is kind of neat, actually, what they're doing. I think I was going to come in here and mow and take care of this, but I think this is actually a better way of doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and let the turkeys and chickens take advantage of everything they can in here and eat it all up. And I will enjoy having all the weeds gone when they get through with it, because boy, they're doing a heck of a job. Well, we just discovered that we had a visitor at some point. Not exactly sure when the visitor came. What? I can't hear you. Oh. Okay. Not real sure when that visitor came, but he obviously came sometime this morning, because we don't ever let our chickens out. They're kept up. We have an automatic door that they're behind, but you can see the feathers here where someone has visited and made his way with one of my girls. And then I found in here a number of feathers of a different color. Come to find out, I ended up with, as far as I know at this point, I ended up with for sure 2 dead chickens, and I don't know, possibly even a turkey. We don't really know for sure. We found a feather over here, a turkey feather. So, and I don't really know how many turkeys I have, how many chickens I have. I've never really counted them. I just bought them, and you know, of course, you always have a few die, and so you don't know. What we did, we there's some more feathers there, I see. So what we did, Sherry did, this is an area that is kind of forgotten here on our property. There's some more feathers that they made their way with. And anyway, this is kind of a forgotten area of our property, and I've been wanting to get around to fixing this area. I've got a bunch of little bush cherry trees here that we are wanting to allow to grow. But while we were gone for that week to Missouri, the weeds grew up tremendously in here. It's not a part, it's kind of a part of our yard, but not real grassy like over there. But so anyway, the weeds really grew up in here, so we thought, well shoot, what better time than now to put the chickens and the geese in here. So we put up our electric fence without electrifying it. Our mistake. And so it looks like this morning sometime, someone, a neighbor's dog or something, came by and decided to make his way with our chickens and turkeys. So fortunately, it looks like we only lost 2. But you know, it just, I don't know, there's just something about it that just irritates me when I find out that neighbors don't keep their dogs in their own yard. And yeah, we're out in the country, but you know, if you got a dog, take care of that dog. I love dogs. They're the neatest, some of the neatest animals. I think Nigerian dwarf goats are actually better pets, but dogs are awesome. I mean, they're so forgiving, so loving, and I love them. We are going to go ahead and I'm going to reset up this electric fence and electrify it, so perhaps that'll help. Anyway, that's our occurrence for the day. Isn't that exciting? Oh mercy. So if you've got some suggestions for me, shucks, post them in the comments below. I'm always open to good suggestions. I don't want them in my chicken pen, and unfortunately once they've tasted, sometimes they come back. If you think I'm wrong, tell me in the comments below. I'd be happy to hear from anybody and everybody. So anyway, that's my gripe, my rant, my irritation for the day. So anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate you so much, and if you've not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe if you wish. But if you want to see some of our future videos on things we're doing here around the farm, around the homestead, just hit the little bell. You'll get a notification every so often, and be sure and like this video. Anyway, God bless you guys, and hope to see you sometime soon. Bye bye. If you like it,